we were talking about Mocha Pro.
Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, the short film's got at least 20 plus Mocha shots in it.
Okay.
But it's so powerful. It's just amazing. That piece of software. I mean, the tracking software in After Effects is really good.
Yeah.
I started using. I was using Buju quite a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
Don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
Buju's pretty good, but Mocha's the one. And I was literally using the version built into After Effects, but then I just bought Pro because it's just so good. Pro's just.
So my thing is, what I want to use Mocha for is like being able to take shots. You know how they have different shots where you can rotoscope out the backgrounds and stuff like that, just regular shots. You know, being in front of a building or in a certain area, and you want to take out the sky or make it seem like you're somewhere else, and you know what I'm saying. But I need to figure out how to track the angles so that I can be able to do that simple. Because it seems like when I look at tutorials, it looks easy, and then when I try it myself, it's not that easy.
No, I mean, rotoscoping is basically tracking at the same time. Yeah, when you rotoscope, yeah. Say for instance the way you're sitting now, yeah. If I went into After Effects and started rotoscoping you out, it's done frame by frame. Yeah. So in essence, it's tracking at the same time.
Right.
So rotoscoping is literally tracking at the same time. So what you would do is you would basically get the footage you want. Say for instance the way you are now on the camera. Okay. You rotoscope yourself out. Yeah? Just do it once. Get the background image that you want. Put it under that layer. Yeah, so you can see it in between the video and the layer. That makes sense.
Right.
And then you literally rotoscope yourself frame. The reason why people don't like it is because it's so time consuming.
Okay. So it is time consuming. That's what okay. That was my issue. Like, it seems like it takes a long time.
Yeah, it does.
But if you my computer is beefy, like to the max.
No. I mean, it don't take a long time in the sense where your computer's doing all the work.
Yeah.
You have to do all the work.
Okay, got you.
So, well, basically, you just start the rotoscope, so you'll put the green line around where you want to start rotoscoping.
Right.
And you do it frame by frame, but then you're holding the shift to take and bringing up the red line to take the edges away. And then after you complete the rotoscope, then you've got to smooth it out, make sure everything looks right and that, you know, there's no jagged edges, so on and so on. It takes hours. I did a job last year rotoscoping, and it was literally a scene that was about 30 seconds long. Not even 30 seconds long of rotoscoping. Took 2 days.
I can believe it.
Took 2 days to make it look real.
Wow.
Yeah, to make it look... Because the thing is, if you rush it, yeah, and it looks wrong, you're going to notice it straight away. Because digital effects is noticeable. CG is noticeable.
Right.
If it's done badly, CG is noticeable. You can tell straight away.
Yeah.
That it don't look right.
Right.
But if you take your time with it and really, you know, the way I work is if I'm doing a rotoscope scene, for instance, I'll do the rotoscope. It'll take a couple of days. Then I'll leave it. I'll just leave it. Yeah? And then I'll go back to it in like a couple of days and then look at it, or even a day, and then it don't look right.
Right.
I'm looking at it through fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Because you're so focused on, I just want to finish it. I really need to finish this. This is driving me up my wall. Driving me up the wall, going keyframe by keyframe by keyframe. This is driving me nuts. I'm going to rip my hair out if I don't finish this. And then you start to rush. It's not that you want to rush. It's just that you start getting tired.
Yeah,
you know, you just want to get it done. And then you leave it and you go back to it, even if you go back to it after, say, 4 hours. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you look at it and you're like, no, that's wrong. That don't look right because you're fresh. Yeah? That don't look right. And then you go through, start at the beginning of the rotoscope, and then go through it frame by frame by frame. Ah, missed that. Look, the arm's not showing through, or the background's not showing through, or there's a bit here which is, you know, see through. Something don't look right. So the trick is when you're doing things like rotoscoping or tracking, is just to take a break from it.
Okay.
And go back to it with fresh eyes. Just go back to it, and then you look at it and you think, Jesus, I never noticed that.
Yeah.
That don't look right. When I'm doing visual effects for films or companies, I don't just do it and then send it.
Okay.
I will go back to it the next day. And then more than that, the client will come back to you, Carla, is it ready? Listen, it's ready when I say it's ready.
So can I ask you another question? Did you go to college for learning visual effects and the things that you know, or was you self-taught? Did you learn to teach yourself?
I was self-taught.
Yeah.
It's something that I was passionate about, and I started about 20 years ago doing it. 25 years ago, yeah, good 25 years ago. I was very passionate about it, but when I got into it, everything was just, you know, so expensive. It was physically impossible to get into it because the TV's just come on. Sorry. Software was. Hang on, mate. The TV's just come on. Sorry about that. Back when I started, software was frightening. The prices.
Yeah.
Possible to get.
I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to make a point with what you're saying. Back in 2002 was probably 2001 or 2000 was the first time I saw After Effects. They didn't even have 3D. The 3D. You know, you had to fake it.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't even have the button for the 3D to be able to be in the 3D, you know, realm. You had to fake it and make it look 3D-ish with, you know what I'm saying, doing it. But I didn't understand it then. I was probably about 17, 18 then. And it freaked me out. It was like it was too much for me and I wanted to learn it. And if I would have took the time then, I waited almost 10 years before I got back into it.
That's why Andrew Kramer is so popular.
Yeah.
The reason why Andrew is so popular because he still uses the built-in plugins from day one in After Effects. Not a lot of people know that most of the plugins that he used was basically available in the beginning versions of After Effects.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why he's so popular and he's so good because, you know, a lot of visual effects artists out there, including myself, you know, rely on these plugins to make things easier.
Yeah.
Do things. Yeah, it doesn't make it easier, but it makes it less complicated.
Yeah.
But whereas Andrew Kramer, he's so popular because he just bangs it out naturally. And that's what makes him so special.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started, I mean, you know, I was doing stop motion and using models. How far I go back. And I was using, you know, a phone, not a phone, a camera with VHS video in it, yeah, sets, and just trying to create things using frame by frame pictures.
Okay.
I'll go back.
Wow.
Yeah, I go back a long time doing it, but I'm not perfect at it. You know, no one's perfect at visual effects.
Yeah.
I just, always...
you know, this is my first time getting this interview with you. And I want to be able to put it on my YouTube, you know, and, you know, just for other visual effects artists that, you know, might just want to have an idea of things that they may have wanted to ask you, you know what I'm saying? They get an opportunity to, you know, hear right here through our interview. And I'm just trying to think of some great things to ask you because I really admire your work. Like I said, you know, I've been following you since like, sheesh, some years. And then, you know, we became pretty cool. And you helped me to get to where I'm at. You know what I mean? You and a few others. But,
I think the most important thing is, with visual effects, is a lot of people are scared of it.
Yeah.
they'll open up a program like Maya, they'll open a program like Nuke, they'll open a program like After Effects, look at it and think, oh my God, where do I start? This is too much. There's too much going on here.
Yeah.
But I think the trick is just to play around with it.
Yeah.
It's like a video game. You pick up a video game, you put it in the games console, you don't know what the game's about, but once you start playing that game, you start getting better and better and better at it.
Yeah.
Until you're unstoppable at it.
Yeah.
But no one's ever amazing at it because there's always someone better at that game than you.
Yeah.
You can never be the best. But all you can do is basically I mean, I get a lot of things wrong. And sometimes I will accept work from, you know, clients and I think to myself, Jesus, what have I done here? I've really, you know, more than I can chew.
I'm here.
You know, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to create what they want me to create? Is this possible? I think the main thing is self-belief.
Yeah.
You know, just do it.
Yeah. My thing is finding work now. That's my issue. How do you go about, you know, getting opportunities to, you know, work with big companies? Or is that the normal in London?
Work for free.
Work for free.
I know it sounds a bit like, really? But, you know, at the end of the day, the competition is fierce out there when it comes to visual effects.
Yeah, I just saw someone just say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fierce, and you've got to think to yourself, right, you know, when I first started, I started making tea. And basically what happened was, okay, I got a job interview to go and do marketing and selling for a TV. And they were basically in charge of making commercials, you know, product videos, so on and so on. And my job was to literally go around trade shows with a business card and pitch the company.
Okay.
And say, listen, you've got a great product here, you know, we want to make a TV commercial for it. It'll cost you this amount, this amount, this amount. Are you interested? But at that point, I was already clued up with After Effects, Maya, all them programs. I was already trained up on them. But I didn't go in there with that intention. I just wanted to be around it.
Right.
I didn't care what I was doing. I just wanted to be around it until one day they were shooting a massive video for Samsung. And they came to me and said to me, the director came to me of the company and said, would you like to sit in on a meeting? And I was like, well, hell yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to. So I go in this room, and I'm not lying to you, this table was absolutely humongous.
Yeah.
Just laptops.
Yeah,
with visual effects on it, and people modeling, and a big massive projector screen on the screen. And they were going around discussing this project, and it was this superhero that literally flies up to a window. So I can't say too much because it's quite secret, but it literally flies up to the window, so on and so on. And then they came to me and said, Carlo, you know, we need this to look as realistic as possible. And that, I think at that point it was After Effects CS6, and the tracking feature just came out for it in CS6. So I'm going back about 7 years, 8 years. This is when it really started for me.
Yeah.
So there was a scene where this character went up to the window, and it didn't look realistic. It was a cold environment. I said, well, when this character goes up to the window, if he's breathing on the window, logic would suggest that smoke is, you know, the breath, cold air, is coming out. Hot air, sorry, is coming out of his mouth, hitting the window, and it just dissolves the window, you know.
Yeah, fall.
And the director was like, "That's a very good point. That's an amazing point." And the guy that was in charge of the visual effects basically turned around and said that's physically impossible. And the thing with me is, when in visual effects, sorry, my Parkinson's kicking in here, so I've just got to put you down here. In visual effects, nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible in visual effects. You can always do it if the tools are there. So I said, no, basically you could track that in quite easily. It's not difficult to do. So the director turned around to me and said, show me. Passed me his laptop. He had the compat already in After Effects. I banged it out within 10 minutes. He was like, well done, fantastic, you know. The guy that was meant to do it had the right hump. Do you know what I mean? He steams out the room, kicking off, and I'm like, whoa, I don't want to cause any fights here. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to cause any arguments here.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, don't say you can't do something when you can.
Yeah.
You know, it's about having confidence. It's about believing in yourself.
So instead of him saying, yo, thank you,
Thank you. So he was a team member that weren't... See, in film, you're all part of one big family. Yeah. You all work together. Everyone has their inputs.
Right.
Okay? If you can't handle criticism, then you're not part of the team. So anyway, I go home. I come in the next day. I find out... I literally come in the next day. This guy's quit. This guy's quit the job. And I was like thinking, Jesus, what have I done? Is this my fault? Directors come up to me and said, no, we wanted to get rid of him for years. He had no heart. He had no heart. He had, you know, everything, any challenge that was set for him, was impossible. And you can't work like that. Everything was impossible.
And that's all that they had to work with, so they had to go with whatever he said, because who else we're going to find to do this job? So,
you know, and the director was like, he's been with us for like 4 years. You know, he's got no heart. I think his motivation is gone. His spirit's gone. And I was like, well, I just feel bad because I feel like it's my fault. And he was like, no, because actually you just made this commercial look 100 times better because you opened your mouth.
Right.
We want people in the industry, especially within this company, that are not afraid for a challenge. So ever since then, I've never been scared of a challenge. You know, I do get sometimes scared when it's big, massive things.
Yeah.
You know, and I think to I'll say, yeah, send it over, I'll do it. And they're like, okay, we'll send you the contracts, because the most important contracts. We'll send you the contracts over, digital sign it, send it back. We'll send you they normally send you 50% upfront money.
Yeah.
And then send you the other 50 on completion. And they sent the 50% off. Then I looked at the project and I was like, fucking hell. You know what I mean? But then I just sat back on my chair, closed my eyes, took 5 minutes, opened my eyes and went, let's do this. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Just clear the mind and just focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like I just said, a lot of people get terrified when they open up these programs. But once you start playing around with it, once you start creating, even if it's the basic stuff like, you know, writing text in After Effects, and then just getting that text and just playing with that text.
Yeah.
Adding camera to it, rotating it.
That's how I started. That's how I started learning my camera movement.
See, a lot of people, what they do is they want to run before they can walk. You know, they get on there and think, right, this is it, mate. I'm going to create fucking, you know, a superhero movie now. Yeah. It don't work like that. You've got to get used to text. You've got to get used to rotation, camera movements, lighting. Because in theory, I mean, all After Effects is compositing.
Yeah. And I use After Effects for so much, man. I actually create virtual reality through After Effects with Skybox.
Okay.
And let me say hi. Through Skybox. So, you know, I do a lot of content for Veer TV. It's like a virtual reality application or website, and what they're trying to figure out is how to get the you know, the people that put the content paid like YouTube. you know, because they don't know how to put ads onto VR, you know, videos yet to be able to get. And I'm kind of booming on that platform. They found me on YouTube. Like I did like a few projects and I put it on my YouTube channel, and then they had sent me an email that was like, yo, we'd like you to become an ambassador for our channel. You know, come and check us out, let me know what you think. So I did it. I'm almost up to like 1,000 subscribers on there. And you know, I only got like about 5 or 6 different little projects that I created in last year. So, and that's like worldwide. It's like Tokyo, Japan, all over.
Yeah, I mean, like, the main key is to get your work out there. And most of the time, to start with the big companies, just work for free.
Okay.
Look, no matter what anyone wants in the world, nobody likes to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to give out money for a service.
But I'm just saying, like, how do I get where you're coming from, but how do I knock on the door and say, yo, you know what? For free.
That's a good question, but that is just pure persistence. Yeah? If you don't want to talk to me, yeah? And I'll ring you 500, 600, 700, 800 times, it's only a matter of time before you pick up that phone.
And I'm going to answer.
And you're going to answer.
Yeah.
Now, what you say is a different story. You could say either, what do you want? Or you could say, fuck off.
Right.
Yeah? But if they say, what do you want? Say, no, it's not what I want. It's what I can do for you.
Right.
Yeah? It is arduous. It's draining. But if you send one company an email and you constantly send them that email and they go back to it and then they think to themselves, God, this guy's got heart. This guy has got determination.
Yeah.
He's determined to speak to us. You know, we have to listen to him. You know, at some point they're going to answer you and say to you, right, this is the deal. What are you looking for? I mean, even if they turn around and say, we don't need anybody right now, you know, because we've got this, that, and the other, right. You know, you still, you know, say, well, thank you, you know, can you keep my files on record, blah, 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 send them a show reel, send them whatever you need to send them. And every month or so, just contact them back, anything available. And then the people that run the company, you know, the directors or whoever run the company, the studio, whatever, will come back to you and say, listen, this guy's got a lot of heart. We need to hear him out. Right. You know, he's contacting us every month without fail. Do you remember that scene? Have you ever seen The Shawshank Redemption?
The what now?
The Shawshank Redemption.
No.
With Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins.
No.
It's a prison film.
What is it called now again?
Shawshank Redemption.
I probably have.
Okay, so there's a scene in it where Tim Robbins' character, he's not liked very much by the prison warden, but he wants to open up a library in the prison. Yeah? And what he does, he writes, there's no funds for this prison. So the warden turns around and says, listen, we've got no money for this, so don't bother asking. Yeah? He said the government is not going to give us any money. Yeah? So just forget it. And Tim Robbins turns around and says, well, I will write a letter every single week until they give me some money or they answer. And he does that. And it takes him 3 years. And then after the 3 years, they get so sick of him, they send him the money. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Because he was persistent.
Yeah. It may take you a week. It may take you a month. It may take you a year. But at the end of the day, if you're passionate about what you want as a filmmaker and as a visual effects artist and you really, really want to do it, then persistence is the key. Because like I just said, there's too much competition out there. It's fierce. You know, you've got these people that work at ILM, you know, so on and so on. I mean, the gap's opened up since Justice League, you know, since the fuck up with his moustache, Henry Cavill's moustache, you know, a lot of people think to themselves, well, I mean, I saw a video of some guy, you know, tracked the moustache and he fixed the moustache better than someone at ILM.
Mm-hmm.
This is industrial light and magic here.
Okay.
You know? So going back to what I was saying, I mean, persistence is the key.
Uh-huh.
Don't give up. Don't.
That's what I've been dealing with, like giving up. Like I almost did, and I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
You can't show it. Douglas, you can't show emotion. Yeah, you can't show how you're feeling, because if you start showing that on your YouTube channel, especially, yeah, you come out as that you're a quitter.
Right.
That you're you know, if when things get heavy, you're just gonna go. That's it. I quit. I finished.
Right.
Keep yourself motivated. Keep yourself happy. When you do a video, do it for you.
Yeah.
Don't do it for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
The audience will come. Do it for yourself.
Yeah. That's. I've been having a lot of people like, okay, you know, cause I mean, I'm focused on my visual effects, but it's not just my channel was never just about visual effects. It's about my lifestyle.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I, you know, want to implement that on my channel. But
And you can.
But my thing was, you know, people are judgmental or don't do this or don't say that or don't be like this. And I was dealing with that a lot. And I decided like, no, I'm going to show me for real, because I'm not feeling like I'm being organic, because the people, they see me, but they don't see me. You know what I'm saying? They see me as a visual effects artist, but they're not seeing me as a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because my story is more than just a visual effects artist. It's how I became a visual effects artist, and with, you know, dealing with my condition and overcoming stuff, and, you know, trying to inspire others to be great too. So,
I mean, way to go. I mean, you've got a lot of heart, and I do see that in your videos. That's why you're a friend of mine, and that's why I'm subscribed to your channel. Because it doesn't matter how big you are in the world. You know, whether you got 1 subscriber, Douglas, or you got 100 million subscribers, it doesn't make you make them any better than you.
yeah.
It's the heart. It's the heart behind the camera that makes the person. It's the passion behind the camera that makes the person. Yeah, I don't get it right all the time, and I've made some tutorials that I'm absolutely. But you know what? I never delete them videos because they're my baptism by fire.
Yeah, I was trolled, and that's why I did, and I hate it. I deleted 200 videos. I deleted 200 videos.
You know what, Douglas? Fuck them.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't swear.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
At the end of the day, fuck them.
Yeah.
What are these trolls? What are they?
They're nobody. They don't exist. That's why I said. I had to learn from it. It was my first time experience, and I'm like, oh my God.
Trolls are the sort of people that drown puppies, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah? They're the sort of people that eat pigeons because they're bored.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? You see, I watch your comedy sketches. Yeah? And I piss myself laughing. I think they're great.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
I think to myself, why don't you incorporate something like, you know, like Big Mama's?
Yeah.
Big Mama's House?
Yeah.
I mean, you smashed it with that. Why don't you composite yourself into one of them videos?
Guess what? It's coming. It's coming.
I'll tell you. You've got something there that could be huge.
Yeah.
Because of the storylines. Because I love my head off.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
My son's 7 years old. My son's 7 years old. He loves watching them. He thinks they're hilarious.
Oh,
Very good comedy. Very good comedy.
Wow.
But you think to yourself, right, let me step this up now and take this to the next level. And as a visual effects artist, you can say to yourself, right, I got the shot done, even if the shot's like a few seconds long.
Yeah.
How can I show someone on YouTube how I did that?
Yeah.
Passing the knowledge along.
Passing the knowledge along. And that's definitely what I'm about. And, you know, that's why I wanted to put more content out. So then people like, you know, be able to share it. Like, this is how I did that. You know, like when I did the train scene and Duckalina Thanksgiving, and it was with my wife and my son. And, you know, they were just in front of the green screen. And no one, you know, knew that. If I didn't show them, they didn't know. And then I showed them the, you know, the breakdown of how it was composited and stuff like that. My thing is, I was dealing with, and I had to learn from recently, you know, the YouTube thing it really affected me really bad. Like, it took me left field. And, I wasn't prepared for that because you know, I'm very passionate about what I do. But like you said, at the end of the day, if you're not doing it for the money, you know what I'm saying, and this is your passion, just keep on going with it. And I didn't understand the stipulations of what YouTube would allow and wouldn't allow after they did what they did. So I had the assumptions that, you know, if you get demonetized, then you can never be back monetized again, and we're just going to focus on everybody else. That was my understanding at first, before I understood what's really going on. And, you know, they just raised the bar a little higher. You just got to keep working, and, you know, it's going to come. But my thing is, locally, family and people that be close, they wasn't very supportive, you know. And I dealt with this already, and it's not a concern no more. But I just want to speak on it, you know, for other people that might be dealing with this or going through this, you know. People saying, you need to stop what you're doing. Why are you doing it? It's crap. It's this, it's that. I tell them, I say, you know, this coming from you, and you can't even do probably 1% of the things I can do. You know, you just opening your yap to tell me to stop, but you can't even do what I'm capable of doing. And then I have people all over the world that tell me I inspire them and keep going hard. But I got someone that sees me 24 hours a day or locally that, you know, don't understand anything about me. But the people on the outside looking in to just embrace me, you know. And I learned, like, you know, that that's who I need to focus on, and that's, you know, and just keep on going hard with what I'm doing, because, you know, like, you inspired me and made me to be the person that I wanted to become. Like, man, I could do that too, you know, and, you know, put my effort in and boom, boom, boom. Not knowing that, watching your teaching, that later, hey, I'm doing an interview with you, and we pals, you know what I'm saying? We talk, you know, people don't know how the growth. That's what I'm saying, the growth.
You'll find, the thing is, Douglas, you'll find, I've worked on a lot of AAA movies. I've worked on about 60.
Wow.
And when I first started doing it, people used to say to me, "Carlo, shut up. You're fucking dreaming, mate. You're not good enough for that. You're not good enough for that." They used to get into an argument. What do you mean I'm not good enough for it? How do you know what I'm not good at? And then they turn around and walk away, and I'm saying, "Where are you going?" And they're like, "I'm going to go and pick up my welfare check." Do you know what I mean? Like, the people that knock you are the people that want you to be in the same boat as them because they're jealous of you. There's what's known as underachievers. It's the same with trolls. People will always knock someone, yeah, when they're jealous of them.
Wow.
When they're bitter. It's called bitterness in the UK and London. They're called bitter people. Jealousy. You know, you've got to let that crap go over your head, because you're not doing it for them.
Right.
Whatever you do in your life, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you and your family.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that. John down the road, if someone said to him, "Shoot you for £1 million," he'll come and shoot you for £1 million.
Yeah.
People don't give shit about no one in life. There's no such thing as, there's things as friends, but there's no such thing as caring friends. People will always stab you in the back if they can. And I've found that. I'm 43 years old, and I've been in the game a long time, and I've seen a lot of nasty people out there in this industry that would that would take your job in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Take your job in a heartbeat. Even if they were the bestest friend in the world and someone went to him, here's 500 grand, mate, shit on him, they will shit on you.
Wow.
But the trick is to see past the haters. See past the people that want to knock you down into the ground. Even if you're, you know, like myself.
Yeah.
You know, I shake. I have Parkinson's. I've got disability. I've got sickness. I've got angina. I've got heart condition. But let me tell you something, yeah? No one will ever have the guts and come up to me and say it to my face.
Exactly.
They will say it online. They will say it over YouTube. But most of the time they slag you off is purely, Douglas, because they're jealous. They've got no vision.
Mm-hmm.
They've got no heart.
I mean, and you know, you got to be built for this. You got to, you know what I'm saying, your mindset. Like, I spend 20 to 22 hours of my day in front of that computer. You know what I'm saying? I get up, you move around, but you really, I'm focused. I slowed down, like I told you, and I'm just now starting to speed back up. You know?
I think, yeah, I know, but what you got to do is don't sit on the computer too long. Yeah, give your mind a rest. See, the way I work is I get up in the morning, I do my daily chores, I have my coffee, I'm a smoker, I'll sit down in my conservatory, I have my fag.
Yeah.
And then I'll do what I need to do and think, right, this is what I've got to do now. I sit at the computer for 2 hours or an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do what I need to do on it, work-wise. I come away from it. I take a breather from it. Rome weren't built in a day. Yeah, so I take a break from it. I go away, I spend some time with the kids, I play with the dogs, I go and do a bit of shopping, I come back, I'll open the computer from sleep, I continue with a fresh mind.
Mm-hmm.
Look back on what I've already done with that fresh mind and think, right, that don't look right. I need to go back to that and rectify that. And then I'll keep going until that first section I've done is perfect. And then I move on to the next section.
Okay.
Never push yourself. See, a lot of people get it wrong and think, right, I'm a visual effects artist. I've got to keep going until my legs drop off and I can't move my fingers because the mouse has killed my hands.
Right.
It's not the way to go, man. It's not the way to go, because at the end of the day, you've got to think about your health.
Yeah.
Stress levels, tiredness. You know, you've got to work. You know, if someone wants to hire you as a visual effects artist and they say to you, right, we need this effect done, this comp done, you have 2 weeks to do it. No, I don't, mate. I've got 3 weeks to do it.
Right.
Even though you know you can do it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah? You think to yourself, in your mind, you're thinking, yeah, that's piss. I could do that in 2 weeks easily. Don't give yourself 2 weeks. Give yourself 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
Because that will give you a time to rest between completing the task.
Yeah.
You're not stressed. You're not tired. Your anxiety's kicking in. You're resting, so you're coming back to it with fresh eyes. Because I think that is the most important part. Whether you're a video editor, whether you're a visual effects artist, whether you're a modeler, compositor, even, you know, if you're creating scores in sound.
Mm-hmm.
The key is always be fresh in your mind and always rest. And a lot of people will say, well, that's procrastinating.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's not procrastinating, because I've seen a lot of relationships, especially relationships, collapse in this industry because men or women, visual effects artists, just sit at a fucking computer and they ignore the one thing that's more important to them, which is their family and their health.
Yeah, and that's where I don't want to lack it. And you know, I noticed that I was like, I kind of took a break because that's why I slowed down, because I'm like, man, I spend a lot of time at this computer, and I was really like, if the YouTube thing didn't happen, I wouldn't have saw that.
Mm.
If it didn't happen, I wouldn't have thought, because I was just that dedicated to like this. I was dropping almost 50 videos in a month.
Mm.
Yeah, when my last thing in January, they was like, man, I was going crazy. I had like almost 50 videos I dropped, and You know, I try to keep everything 4K. I'm trying to make sure the editing is on point, the audio is on point, the lighting is on point, and I'm trying to work with what I have.
Yeah, but what you're doing is look. I mean, you can't strain yourself when you're doing, especially YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You know, I can't stress this enough that, you know, concentrate on one video, even if you do one video a week. Yeah, and you'll probably sit back and think to yourself, right? So, say for instance, your comedy sketches.
Yeah.
You could probably bang one of them out in a day or 2 days. Give that sketch a week or 2 weeks, and really put everything you have
into
it. But take your time and relax. There's an old saying: you don't get no overtime in a mortuary or in a morgue.
Okay.
You know, you've really got to think about, okay, this is the sketch I want. And also, I also wanted to come to, when you're doing visual effects need to be subtle.
Yeah.
Visual effects need to be blended in with live action.
Right.
If you have too much effect, then it's going to destroy the effect of what you're trying to do.
Right.
It's going to destroy the story.
Okay.
So, say for instance, your sketches. Don't get me wrong, I love your sketches.
I'm definitely gonna take criticism, man. I need this.
If it's you know, if you do green screen, for instance, try and think to yourself, right, I want green screen, but I need to keep it to a minimum.
Right.
I need to keep it.
That's what I'm trying to figure. I have an issue with trying to film. Like I don't know if you watch. I don't mean to cut you off, but I recently did one where I didn't use a green screen. I did the day after St. Patrick's Day, where I did the clone effect, and I tried to just use just the camera and just a regular shot within not using the green screen, because I'm trying to get away from the green screen. I'm trying.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Green screen is good, and green screen. I mean, I'll use green screen to say, for instance, if I'm filming in my kitchen, for instance, and I want to depict that scene, it's raining, I will green screen the windows out only in the kitchen and composite rain into the windows. Green screen is meant to be done subtly to fill in the gaps of the story you're telling. Using too much green screen can destroy the story.
Gotcha.
People will instantly look at it and say, right, there's green screen there. The location's not realistic.
Right.
When you're shooting, say, for instance, a sketch, always make sure that the camera's got some movement to it, but do it in post.
Right.
So animate the position of your video.
Right.
Yeah, some sort of movement. Also, Foley sound is so important. Having background audio, background sound effects. I'm working on something big on YouTube at the moment, which is starting next week, and I'm going to tell you it now live on your channel. Awesome. So I'm working on some massive sound effect packs, which I'm going to be giving away free on my channel every single month.
Okay.
So the first pack is going to be what's known as the kitchen pack, which is basically sound effects from the kitchen. A kettle, a toaster, the cooker coming on. The Foley is so important. Background noise is so important because there's no such thing as a quiet environment. So when you start adding soundtrack and when you start adding what's known as Foley, which is background audio, it adds to your production value. If it's a sunny day, have birds tweeting outside. If you're in a room, and you're in a kitchen, have a little bit of the, I don't know, a microwave on in the background, but reduce the audio so there's something going on in the background, because there's no such thing as a quiet environment.
Right.
Adding them little things boosts your production value big time. Think so, right, I've got the shot here of me doing the sketch, which is cloned. Okay, so you do the composite in After Effects, you bring it back into Premiere Pro, put some slides or movement into the camera. Because if you have the camera static, you can see it's on a tripod.
Right.
You know it's on a tripod. You're filming yourself on a tripod. the trick is to, when you're filming, making a short film, or you're making a film, to make it look like someone else is filming, but there's no one filming.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't
You
know
got
if
to do
that
it in
makes
post.
sense. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Try and when I did my High 8 short film, I wanted to knock something up really quick, like a really, really quick film. I read a script for it. The script seemed okay, but I was all on my own doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of hours in the house. I thought, I want to get this script down on video and recorded. How can I make this look more professional?
Mm-hmm.
How can I make this? Now, it didn't come out perfect. As I said in my videos, it didn't come out as I wanted it to come out. But the thing is, with videos like that, they're always my baptism. They're always, you know, it's something I can go back to and think to myself, right, where did I go wrong with this video? You know, how can I make this better? How could I have made this sound better? And then maybe in a year's time, I will go back to it and reshoot it, refilm it.
And make a better version of it.
And make a better version of it. But I think at the end of the day, when you're, especially YouTube, you have to do it for you, and you have to, you know, create videos that you're in love with creating.
Yeah.
The rest will follow.
Yeah. My thing was I was just dealing with a lot of he say, she say, and family. Oh, what you doing? Your sketches? Why you dressing like that or this or that? And I'm like, it's just being creative. It's not taking from who I am as a person.
Mm.
You know, and I dealt with that, and I'm past it now. But it kind of made my channel shaky. You know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. Look, you know, there's going to be a lot of people out there, whether it's viewers on YouTube or even fans, that will want to try and bring you down. You know, want to look at you and say, "Wait." I'm quite lucky because my wife is really supportive.
That's good.
In that manner.
Yeah,
but
same here.
Yeah, she's supportive. The kids are supportive. You know, even my two youngsters are in my short film that I'm making at the moment.
Yeah, I think I seen the clip.
Yeah, I mean, it's about, you know, looking past that. Look, Douglas, only you can make yourself happy in life.
Yeah.
Doing what you do and doing what you love. No one ever should knock you for that. No one should put you down and think, you know, try and sort of change your mind in what you love doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if visual effects and filmmaking is your passion, and what really makes you happy in life, then you keep going.
Yeah.
Don't ignore ignore the haters.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore, pardon my French, the fucking idiots out there.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore the people that want to slag you off.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep doing what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, it's what makes you happy. No one on this planet is going to tell me to stop what I do because it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're good at what you do. You've got a lot of heart. You're generally really, really nice person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's basically it. You've got a lot of heart and you've got a lot of soul, man. Otherwise, Film at VFX Studios would not be talking to you right now if he didn't be someone who had passion.
I appreciate
know.
It,
One day,
always take your time out and just, doing this interview with me all the way from London. This is, I mean, I when I tell people this, they don't believe it. Like, when I tell them, like, I have friends all over the world. Like, I'm not just subject to around the corner, you know what I'm saying? I have people I talk to all over the world that I have personal relationships with. We cool, and I could ask them anything or tips or, and
and you know what it is? Because you're a nice person.
I appreciate that.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to get on here and interview a troll, are you?
No.
Because they're assholes.
Yeah. I'm nice, but I could get wild too. So I don't control people.
Really This is going to make you laugh now. This is going to make you laugh, right? I cannot stop singing your fucking song on your way up. Yesterday, I was singing it all around the house. I swear down as I'm sitting there now. On the Lord Almighty, I was walking around their house, yeah, doing jobs, singing, I'm on my way up. And I said to myself, that fucking Douglas, as soon as I see him speak with me, I'm going to tell him.
All the way in London singing, I'm on my way up. I know that's right.
Mate. It's a top tune, mate. It's
man.
I tell you, for me to start singing a song,
I
mean, I was working on a project day before yesterday.
Wow.
And I'm in the middle of a Skype meeting with an important client. And I'm saying, I'm on my way up. I'm on my... And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Carlo? I was like, no, I'm singing a song, mate. Don't worry about it. Let's just go there. But, yeah, it's, I mean, look, stuff like that really captures people. Yeah?
Right. I do it from the heart. Everything that I do it from my heart. And I, you know, it's just not one thing that you know, committed to. I love music. I love the visual effects, cameras. I love just, you know, being able to do interviews and talk to others and you know, see their versions of life and, you know, just be able to network. And I just love all this, and I just want to implement it in my regular lifestyle and just enjoy life. And that's all I'm doing.
I did a music video for someone for some time ago, and it's actually on my channel. And the lead singer of that was one of the most dangerous men in London. But he was fucking lovely. He was passionate. He knew what he wanted, and he was passionate. Cleaned himself up, cleaned his life up. Knew what he wanted, and he just went for it. And I just think he's one of the nicest guys out.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I did a video a couple of weeks ago about hate comments, so on and so on.
Yeah, I think that.
It's because I really wanted to make that one hell of an X-rated video. I really wanted to curse, swear, because there's some really, like, you know,
bad people out here.
There's some twisted fucking people out there. Sorry, swearing.
It's all right.
There's some twisted people out there. And that's basically the world we live in, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Unfortunately, there's people, you know, that are just nasty out there. But there's an old saying, you know, when you think they're fucking them, they're fucking you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So all you have to do is just love what you do, bro, and just keep doing what you do. And enjoy it, mate. Enjoy life.
Yeah.
Do it for yourself, do it for your kids, do it for your family. But most importantly, don't let no one knock you back. No one. Because they're not going to live your life at the end of the day.
Right.
These people that turn around to you, right, and say to you, you should be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, are they going to pay your fucking bills?
Nope.
Are they the ones that are there for you?
Yeah. They there, but they still like, damn. Be like, damn, but I need you to understand what I'm trying to do, you know. But yeah.
I mean, it's weird because there's a lot of people that don't understand like that. I mean, I said I'm quite. I mean, when I first started, my wife was a bit, because I was saying I've got to do work for free. Yeah.
It's looking like free.
You fucking what? You fucking what? She went to me. Are you joking? But that's the industry.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is. I mean, if you want to get into this, that's the way it is. You know, making films for yourself always keeps you sharp.
Right.
I think YouTube is the perfect tool to keep your skills sharp, to keep your skill set sharp. You know, doing visual effects on your YouTube channel, doing a bit of video editing, making short films, keeps you sharp. But, you know, a lot of people will say, well, yeah, but with YouTube, people are going to notice you on YouTube, you know, people are going to notice. No, it doesn't work like that with YouTube. Sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah.
But that luck's no good.
Yeah, but I really
think.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. I really think if you get lucky, but I think if you follow certain steps, it's little hacks that could get your stuff out there, you know. And you got to be persistent. Just the same way you was just saying, like, you know, with calling a company or emailing them, you got to be persistent. Like, if you want somebody to recognize you, you got to keep on going on their videos, speaking, and then they're going to get used to seeing you.
Sorry to cut you, Douglas, but in that aspect, unfortunately, a person don't work like that. The first thing a person thinks about if they want to hire you is how much is he going to charge.
Right.
It's not like, oh, I've just watched this video and that looks really good. Yeah. The first thing they're going to think is how much is he going to charge. It's a business.
Right.
You know, the people directing films and doing the visual effects, they're just the people that are hired. The studios, yeah, that hire the visual effects artists and the directors and the producers and the sound guys and all that, that's just business. That's why Marvel's so big. It's just business, mate. Yeah, they're not going to think to themselves, yeah, I'm going to hire him because he done this really good. The first thing they're going to think of is how much is he going to charge.
Okay.
It's always business first, you know, unfortunately. And YouTube is a good platform to get your work noticed, but it's not the best platform. The best platform is email and telephone calls.
Email and telephone calls. And I'm going to start implementing that. I'm going to get on that tomorrow.
Tiring. It's tiring. It is tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you need to do is sit down and make the best show reel you've ever done in your life.
Right.
Even if that show reel takes you about 3 months to do, yeah, make the best show reel, put the best work in you've ever done.
Right.
I mean, really, you know, bring your skill set out.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything you got into it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be long, a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Or 3 minutes, not even that.
They only allowed a certain amount of time.
Oh, right. We fucking killed them, innit? So anyway, what I was saying is contact these people. Think to yourself, right, I want to spend a whole weekend, every weekend, for a couple of hours just banging out emails. Email. But look at the company you want to get a job with first. But don't, you know, you're not going to start emailing 20th Century Fox. You're not going to start emailing, you know, Industrial Light and Magic. Look at the small people first.
Right.
The small companies and start emailing them.
Okay, like who? I'm just saying, what would you think when you
there's so many out there. There's so many territory films. There's hundreds. Look, when you Google it, just look up low budget film studios.
Okay.
Low budget. Start at the bottom.
And work your way up.
Gotcha.
Do
you know what I mean? Put the milk in the bottom of the cup, then fill it up with water to make your coffee.
That makes sense.
That's the way I did it, and it worked.
Yeah.
But I was a nightmare with it. I was pissing people off left, right, and centre. I was phoning them. Listen, give me a job, mate. Listen, I know what I want to do. Just let me. All right, listen. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come down and I'll do some work for free. If you're not happy with what you see, then tell me to fuck off. Simple as that.
Yeah.
That's where the working free comes into it. Okay, if you're working on a project now, sir, yeah, let me come into it. I will work absolutely free of charge through the whole project. Yeah, I'll even sign a contract. If you're happy with what you see, keep me on. If you're not, tell me to go. What you got to lose?
Right.
Say I'll even buy the sandwiches. You know, it's the way you talk to people.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
The way you come across and most of the time they look, fucking hell, he's going to come and work for free. All right, listen, I'll tell you what, Douglas, come down to the office, yeah, let's have a chat.
Okay.
You're in the door.
Yeah.
As soon as you get through that door, then
you
the game.
Sell yourself.
The game begins. Get through that door and think to yourself, right, I'm really going to bust it down now. Don't be panicking and like, oh my God, start shaking. Oh man, I'm really nervous. Make it look like,
you've been doing this for years. It's not new.
Don't make it look like that they're too good for you.
Okay.
You're too good for them. Once you start showing that to these people, and obviously be nice about it. Don't never be cocky. You know, these companies are companies that have people that are implemented into a team that have known each other for donkey's years. The first thing they're going to think about and say is, will this guy fit in our community? Will this guy fit in our family? Yeah. So you have to sort of be like them in many aspects. You know, be nice. Say, listen, I'm passionate about what I do. You know, I love what I do. Look, give me a couple of days there, free of charge, no charge. I'll even sign a contract. I'll even sign a waiver for you. Let me show you what I'm capable of. If you're not happy in the 2 or 3 days, I'm doing this job for you, yeah, then I'll gladly walk out.
Right.
And leave. But what have you got to lose?
Right.
The only thing you've got to lose is time. And that's basically it.
Okay.
That's how you start and that's how you finish. You know, keep YouTube up, keep up the good work. Right? Your subscriber count has gone up dramatically.
Yeah, that was like the best part of the apocalypse. It's like the subscribers are just it's like they was catching on, and it still is. Like I get about 1,000 views or more a day.
Do you know, I never ever look at my subscriber count. Never ever look at my views.
Wow.
Because it messes with your head. You're watching that number tick. It's like watching paint dry. Leave the subscriber count alone. Leave it in the background. Leave the views alone. In the background. Focus on the content. And every month, check your subscribers. You'll be shocked. Stop waiting for the numbers to go up.
Right.
It's going to mess with your head. You think to yourself, shit, I ain't got no subscribers yesterday. I'm doing something fucking wrong. Shit, why ain't I got any views on this video? You're going to start thinking like that. It's going to mess with your head.
Right.
And then you're going to start thinking to yourself, you're going to start doubting yourself. You're going to think to yourself, Jesus, is this video I made any good? No one's watched it. I've only got like 10 views on it or 15 views. What's going on? Start doubting yourself. And then that doubt leads to depression. And then that depression leads to you wanting to give up.
Right.
Numbers ain't shit, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Don't just forget the subscriber count, forget the view count. That will all come in time. I checked for the first time day before yesterday. I checked my views for the month.
Wow.
Because I'm only in YouTube to make videos. And you need to ask yourself, would you still make YouTube videos if there was no such thing as subscribers and view counts? Would you still do it?
Yeah.
There you go. Just answer that question.
Yeah, you just want to share your work and you don't want people just to see your work. So
yeah, you do want people to see your work, but it's also, you know, a sense where it can really mess with your head.
Yeah, yeah.
It can mess with your head. I know. Because do you know why? I've been there.
Okay.
I mean, my channel ain't huge.
Yeah.
My channel ain't huge. And when I first started doing the channel, and I was on, say, about 500-600 subscribers, I was constantly back and forward to them videos. Thinking to myself, shit, that video has only got 3 subscribers. I better fucking delete it. It must be shit.
Right.
And then I used to delete that video and think to myself, shit, I just deleted that video and I worked so fucking hard on it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you think to yourself, shit, no one's subscribing to my channel. I must be shit. Oh, shit. Fucking hell, no one's subscribing. What's the matter with me? Something's wrong with me. People don't like me. Oh, people don't want to know me. People don't want to message me. And then you start getting depressed. You think to yourself, oh, shit, I must be crap. I'm going to give up. Oh, no, fuck YouTube. That's it. I've had enough of YouTube.
Yo, check it out. So from that point, right, and it's like that, right? And then I go to my spam mail, and then I got all this great comments down. I love your stuff, this, but YouTube done spammed it, and it be regular people just, saying they look at it as spam, and it be regular people, I enjoyed your content, this is nice, or they just say one word that YouTube, consider it spam. And I'm like, God, dog it. Like, this was the inspiration I was needing, and this was in the beginning of me starting my YouTube, but I was like, man, I had a lot of, great comments from, people watching my videos, and they were supporting me and stuff. And I didn't see it, but it was in spam.
I mean, I do like people comment on my videos. I've had a lot of nasty comments, but the first thing I'll do is block them and report them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I'm doing myself a favour by doing that, and I'm doing the community a favour by getting shot of them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, don't do YouTube for the money. Don't think of it as you're doing just YouTube because you like making videos.
And I do. I love it.
There you go. And then the rest will be history. The rest will come. It will come slowly. When I first started, it took me a year and a half to get 1,000 subscribers. Year and a half. Then,
I was there with your first 1,000, and then you just tripled it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Because, do you know what? I didn't even know I was on 3,000. I think it was 5,000. You see the 5,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was on 5,000 subscribers. Yeah, because I blocked everything for me knowing until a week before I did that video.
Because I'm like, man, his channel is growing. It's growing. I'm like, the views is nice. It's growing. I'm like, he's really
doing that's it. But the thing is, that will come. Just keep. But my advice to you is, don't kill yourself making videos. Yeah. I've said this to a few people. Instead of making 50 videos a month that are good, make 10 videos out a month that are fucking amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't make 50 videos a month that are good. Make 10 a month that are fucking incredible.
Yeah.
The rest will come. And
you told me that about a few weeks ago, not a few weeks, about a few months ago actually, when we last talked before your computer went out. You was telling me this, and because we supposed to been had this chat or whatever and stuff like that, but you had got it, you was moving and stuff, and so when you told me that, then that's when I slowed down, because like I said before, then I was putting them out, and then after you said that, that's my content now. I feel like I'm putting out great content because I'm taking my time on it.
Definitely take your time on it, and try and reduce. I think when you do your sketches, focus on the editing rather than the visual effects. Okay. Make the visual effects subtle, because all visual effects is something to fill the gap,
right? Something
to add into a scene that you physically can't add into a scene,
right?
So the background, the scenery, there's scenery everywhere. It's all over the place,
right?
And make that scenery work for the scene,
right?
The green screening and the visual effects is really subtle things, like, for instance, I don't know, adding a picture onto a TV screen that you want to add onto it, track onto it,
right.
that the video that you're watching.
Right.
Using practical, realistic objects to add visual effects to, because you've already got the prop. Yeah? So the idea is just to tweak that prop,
right,
just to make it look the way you want it to look. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the less visual effects you have, the better editing you have and sound, the more better the production will be. Because you, with your sketches, you've already got the character nailed.
Right.
The acting is perfect. The character is perfect.
Okay.
You got to focus on where you want to take that character next. You know, if you want that character to be a character that's realistic in a sense that the surroundings of that character is realistic, or do you want that character to live in a CG world where everything is green screen?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So you know, that's what I need to figure out more. Shooting, getting out and shooting, and the real world.
Yeah. I mean, positioning the camera, getting the camera in the right place. I mean, when I've done Hidden 8, that short film, I used, there's a scene at the end of the film where the door just closes slowly of the cupboard, which represents the demon that just killed me, or the entity that just killed me, has closed the cupboard and hid the camera back away for the next victim to find it. And I thought to myself, right, I was really lazy then, and I thought to myself, right, I don't want to do no visual effects to it, yeah? I want to put no string on the door to pull the door shut. How can I do it? I just hid my foot. Held the camera in place, pushed the door on my foot, added some special effects sounds, and it turned out all right.
Mm.
Sometimes practical and simple is better than visual effects.
I'm still here. I'm trying to make sure that
yeah, I mean, did you just get that last comment?
No. You said practical is better than visual effects. Is that what you said?
Yes, most of the time it is, because you can't beat a realistic item. It's real.
Yeah.
You know, I think you're like your song says, you're definitely on your way up. Definitely on your way up. But try and, you know, bring the effects down. I know it's very tempting because it shows your skill set.
Mm-hmm.
But your skill set will show the story and how the visuals look on screen. You know, even, you know, some of the biggest, you know, studios in the world, you know, they mess up their. I mean, you look at what's it called? What was the one with Justice League? Okay, Justice League. You watched that movie yet?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay, so the bad guy in that was pure CG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the film got flunked on Rotten Tomatoes. It got slagged off because that character that could have been just a normal person, normal good actor in a suit, they just made CG. That's why I'm worried about the new Infinity War film, because the bad guy in Infinity War is a pure CG character.
Okay.
And it looks CG.
Mm.
Which tells you sometimes effects are not the way to go.
Right.
Sometimes visual effects, sometimes it's the movement of the camera. It's how you position the camera. It's how you pan the camera. You know, the background behind, the sound effects, the sound in the background. So basically what you would do is you'll have your edit, yeah? Your main score, which you would do a temp score first. Yeah, always do a temp score first. It's very important to get a rough idea of the flow of the film, because there should always be a flow, a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it just flows like a river. So you'd have your score first, and then you add your Foley sound to all the back stuff. Yeah. So if you want a kettle boiling in the background, or if there's a radio in the background, you'll have that very low bit of noise that you can hear. There's a radio in the background. When you combine all them elements together, it adds to the visual and the sound of the film.
Okay.
What you're creating, you know.
Yeah.
I hope that helps. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense.
It does. It does. It does. I really appreciate all the tips that you are giving. Uh, your screen kind of like.
I'm here. I'm still here. You there?
There we go.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so I hope I've sort of helped and not been too patronising.
My battery is pretty low. I don't know if you can hear me still.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, battery pretty low, so I keep going in and out. But yeah, that all helps me, and I appreciate your time. I hope that we can get another time to, we could talk again. I know it's pretty late on your end. It's about 7 o'clock, like dinner time here.
It's 1 a.m. here at the moment.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I've got the so I'm looking after the puppies at the moment, which is not ideal, but it's yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So I'll be signing out soon.
Okay.
So I can get some rest. But is there anything else you want to talk about before we?
Do you do your own scoring? I had saw that you had the keyboard and stuff. So do you write your own music?
Yes, yes. I try to keep it as original as possible when I'm writing music and stuff like that. Now, I'm not the best composer in the world, but at the end of the day, it's about just, if you're creating a film soundtrack, like Hidden 8, I wrote that soundtrack myself. But that was something I've been working on for quite some time.
Okay.
Scoring always takes a lot longer than filming for some reason. When you're not experienced,
right,
at making music. But normally I'll just use Logic Pro X or Cubase, and then I'll just add the layers of tracks together. I create them, and then just move the timelines around and everything around until I've got roughly what I want it to sort of sound like. But for sound effects, I create all my own Foley sound effects. I'll just spend a day with a Rode mic and an external recorder, and just literally walk around and just record various sounds, and then get as many sounds as I can and just back them all up. And I've always got the sounds for any time I need to use it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think I need to do that myself. But yeah, other than that, man, I appreciate it. I'm going to upload this to my channel. I'm gonna do some chopping up and adding, make sure everything nice and neat.
Okay.
And I'm upload this to my YouTube channel. I love to, interview you again. I don't know, another 2 weeks or something like that.
Just let me know. Just let me know when you want to do it. I'm always here for you.
All right, I appreciate that.
No problem. So if you need anything, just drop me a message and I'll be glad to help you out. No problem.
I appreciate that. Thank you for your time, man. And this was an honor.
Absolutely, it's an honor too, my friend. And like I said, don't give up, like the song says. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And that song is wicked. Trust me.
All right, man. Well, I thank you for promoting myself all the way in London. I need to push it a little bit more harder.
Well, listen, never know. One day you get down to London, we can collab on something. It'd be great.
Hey, it's definitely gonna happen. Cause I'm definitely ready to travel, and it's coming.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let me know when you're ready. You can start the crib, my yard. No problem. We'll knock something up. We'll have a bit of fun with it at the same time.
All right, man.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Take it easy, my friend.
You too.
Bye. And remember, before I go, subscribe to Douglas's channel.
Yeah.
Okay? Subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe. Yes.
Yeah,
Feel me?
1,000 subscribers by the end of the week.
Wow.
1,000 subscribers for Douglas here.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Coming from Film at VFX Studios.
All
Take
right.
it easy.
Thanks,
Peace
man.
out.
Peace.
Take it easy. Bye.